Hello and welcome back to my living room and my house. My name is Maggie, and today or this week I'm taking you through a little bit of everything, to be honest. This initial couple of clips is me actually on a phone call for work. I decided to take it in the living room just because I wanted a bit of a change of scenery. I love the light that's coming in now that it's spring. Then, for whatever reason, I think because my laptop was dying, I moved over to the office. Don't judge that wall behind me. I need to paint it. I caulked some holes that were there from some shelving unit. And then, after a bit of work at around lunchtime, I decided that before I ate, I was going to do a quick little weightlifting exercise workout thing. Found something for 15 minutes on YouTube. I will link it down below. Not sponsored, I don't know these people, but I really liked the workout and how fast it went. And so, yeah, did a little bit of a workout. Some of the exercises honestly kicked my butt. Some of these are easier. I think my weights are about 20 pounds. These are adjustable weights. I bought them forever and ever and ever ago, but they're adjustable. I can make them up to 50 pounds a pop. But the way that I have them here is just 20 pounds a piece. So not too horribly heavy, but heavy enough to make it a little bit more challenging. This is where I started giving up. All right. Excuse me, I'm out of breath. I just did a 15-minute quick workout. Right before lunch, I'm about to go grab me some food. I already have food leftovers from a couple days ago, so I'm just gonna eat and go back to work. Feeling good for right now. I'm probably gonna be sore. I'm not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've done a weightlifting workout. I didn't show my dumbbells, but they were super, super crusty, dusty, because they've been sitting in my bedroom for months on end. I have moved them now to my living room. Let me show you where they are. So I've put them there next to my windows so I can hopefully incorporate working out into my routine. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some elements. My cup is in the office. I'm going to get some element and my daughter's, well, I'll give you a tour at some point if anyone's interested to see the tour of the house. It's an older house from the 80s. I'm just gonna get my element so that, I don't know, I feel like it helps with some of the, watch out. It helps with some of the body functions, I guess. Like if I drink it, if and when I drink elements, I don't feel as fatigued in my body. Like I just feel stronger. So just gonna mix that up and get some food heated up and off to work I go again. Whew. Just did that quick little workout. I'm back at my office, my desk. I need to keep working because I have to pick up the kids and all that, and I usually take my actual lunch a little bit later. So I worked out. It was about 22 minutes. And now I'm gonna just work, work. And then I may film a little bit of the drive. But honestly, like, I did not expect to actually like the VR headsets. My son, he's 11, he was obsessed. He's been obsessed with them for years now. He's been asking for them, asking for them. And so finally this past Christmas, we saved up some money and bought 3 VR headsets. We have 3 kids. So figured at least we'll have 3, to share between them, or like in the daytime I can work out or whatever. The kids, the middle child is the only one that really loves to play with them. I use mine for working out sometimes. I'm trying to get better at it, but it's really, really cool. So if you are struggling with working out, have a busy lifestyle, have kids, have work, have all the responsibilities, I think it's important to make some time to actually do some exercise on a daily basis. And I know I'm speaking more for myself along with whoever's out there listening to this, to me drivel on. But I'm coming to the realization, I just turned 40, and the sedentary lifestyle is not helping me. It's not helping my family. I don't know if it's going to cause issues down the line. I don't want it to. So I'm trying to take steps to take care of my body, take care of myself. And I'm trying to start with just 15 to 20 minutes a day. Literally, that's what I see with clearing out the clutter in my house. I'm not perfect. I'm busy. I don't always want to deal with the clutter, and I don't always want to clean. I honestly don't. Like, it's just too much, but I know I need to. But again, slow and steady wins the race. So I'm trying to take that approach in my new exercise journey. Again, I'm hoping you guys can keep me accountable out there. If anyone out there wants to create a group or whatever, on the MetaQuest, if you have a MetaQuest or whatever, they have older versions too. This is, I think, the MetaQuest 3, the cheaper version one. But I think all of them are able to play together. So let me know. Drop a comment down below if you have a group already set up, or if I can join a group. I'm all open to it. I just did a workout with 2 random people that were in the group, and that was fun. I think it breaks up the monotony of always doing the same thing by yourself. So just joining a random group is always fun. So anyways, I'm gonna stop talking. I got work to do, and I'll see you guys maybe in the next workout or simultaneously this week. There has been some work done on in my front yard on the side of the driveway. As you can see here, the railroad ties we have had for, I don't know how long these have been here. We've been in the house for 9 years, and they've been falling apart since we've got here, but it's gotten really bad, as you can see. So we have started with getting some work done. We are not doing this personally because this is a little bit beyond DIY, I think. And here are some clips of actually the beginning of it. So we hired some people to do this. So they dug out a hole or a trench, I suppose, to start the project. And I'm just going to show a little bit of the progress that they've made throughout the couple of days. So this is throughout about 4 days worth of work. This is day 1, them just digging the trench and bringing that bunch of gravel over to the house and just literally starting on it. And then shortly you'll see foundation starting to be built of the initial kind of couple bricks and that giant drain pipe too, where they are, I guess, starting the work. Then more materials came. They're these giant bags full of gravel. I don't know if anyone else has seen those before, but that's crazy. And then they started removing the wood on the side. And here is a little bit of the footage from them continuing with, obviously, the wall. They continued with that, and put dirt and gravel behind there too. I'm honestly not sure. I know that they're professionals and they're doing it for a reason, but I just think it's really interesting to see how something like a retaining wall comes together, and honestly how much work goes into this type of job. I don't envy the job that they're doing. That this is hard labor, but wow, what a good job they have been doing so far. And all of that wood, as you can see, that trailer behind them is like really soft and rotten and dirty and gross. Well, dirty obviously because it's in the dirt, but so disgusting. Then there's more rocks. They got through the stones that they initially had delivered, and so got some more. There's so much that they needed. And then here is day number, I think this is day number 3 that they finished it off at. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. And this is day number 4. They have used all of the gravel that they brought. They used majority of the stones, and sorry, there's stuff in the front yard that I can't get around to or around easily. But yeah, this is what the wall is looking like now, the retaining wall. They still have, I think, a few layers to go. Not a few, but they're going to extend it a little bit further this way, that layer that they stopped at, and then backfill it with more gravel and dirt to even that out. Anyways, and then to round out the week, I have bought these furniture grippers because my couch, while I love it, it's beautiful, it's comfortable, it's really nice. The one thing that I don't like is that it moves around. The pieces aren't connected to each other, and as you can see, there's like little plastic feet on the bottom of them. They slide around, and as you can see, also I have a vent behind the sofa, and I need to make sure that there's a little bit, at least some kind of airflow going. So I'm removing all the blankets that I've put down and moving these things sideways, each piece, and vacuuming underneath. I'm not sure how dirt got underneath the sofa, given that the sofa doesn't really have a lot of space underneath, but here we are. And then also moving the rug. I don't have any rug tape or anything holding down the rug, so maybe that's another thing I need to do. Then I'm kind of looking at these and trying to figure out how big to make them. I figured each of these 2-inch squares I could cut into fourths and put each one to cover each one of those little plastic legs. Some of these have 4 little plastic legs, but the corner pieces I noticed have 2 on each corner, so I'm not sure why, but that is what it is. And so then I'm putting them all together and testing it out just to see if it actually moves around better, or if it moves. And it's actually not, it doesn't move as bad as it was without those little grippers. Putting more grippers everywhere. See, there's like 2 on each corner on this corner piece, whereas the other ones had just 2 for whatever reason. And putting that into place, and then I realized that it's a little too far out, so had to move them, and they're heavy. And again, you can see that I'm moving them, but it's actually quite hard. It's a little harder, like you have to push them. They don't just move easily like they were before. Then I decided I'm going to commit fraud or whatever, break the law, I guess, and cut off those little tags off of the pillows. I'm not sure if that's actually breaking the law. This is what happens in the back. It separates and it moves. Same thing that was happening over there. So this is what I'm trying to keep from happening because they're not attached to anything, so it's a little annoying. And they're not on the rug because I don't want to have to move a heavy couch off the rug. Breaking more laws, cutting off more tags off of pillows. Again, I don't know if this is actually breaking the law, but man, those little tags are kind of scary sounding. And then just picking up a little bit, vacuuming just a tiny tad bit just to make sure. As you can see, my Roomba is right there, and I'm just working around it and yeah, washing these blankets to make sure they're nice and clean as the kids have made them dirty.